Hello and welcome. It is Thursday, the 24th of March. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Alright, coming up today, the review of yesterday, normal stake day. The first time since Saturday we are normal staking. So we've done 4 half stakes in a row. There's some good value around today. So we've got £20 our stake today in the form of 3 bets. And then we'll do a word on the golf. Alright, yesterday. Frustrating, I would describe yesterday as. So we got about just less than half back. So bet 1. This was the main bet of the day. Very excellent. Went in first leg 7-1, fantastic. And then the other 3 just weren't there. And just really, it's really frustrating when you get a winner on the first leg of your lucky 15 and then nothing else comes off. So we got 4.35 back. The SP was a lot shorter than that. I think it was 9-2. So we got 4.35 for our 7-1 on that, and that was the extent of our return. So the rest of those weren't at the races, and then we had bet 2, which we had 2.50p each way accas. So the first one, Callahan second placed, Dare to Flare then got turned over, Nusra placed at 5th if you had it with Sky Bet, Kaplan Knight was 6th, so not close enough. And then bet 3 was the other each way acca. Callahan placed, Harriet's Force placed, Broker's Tip placed. All we needed no show was to place, which was the shortest price of the bet, but it did not oblige. So no return there. So it was one of those days where it felt like we should have got more back than we actually did. And it's frustrating because we've done 3 half stake days this week and got bits back, but ultimately down about £20 this week. So we're down 1 day's stake after 3 days. So not where you want to be really. So today what we've got is high risk. So the channel is always high risk, but I got 12 horses and 11 of them are double figure odds today. So just want to be super clear. If you're taking these bets, they are higher risk bets. The betting market says these horses aren't the horses to be on. I'm saying to you, I think the betting market's got these overpriced and they have a better chance of winning or placing than the betting market suggests. So that's what I'm going with. But this definitely could be a day where we come back with nothing. We've never done a day where we've had 0 return because a couple of times we got away with it with a non-runner. This is definitely a day we could get a 0 return. Likewise, this is a day where you could make some money if a few of these start slotting in. So I've done it in the form of 3 lucky 15s. And we're going to start off here with bet 1. Now, if those of you look back on yesterday's video, you'll see at the end of the comments I did a review and I gave this number 1 horse a tip up then already. From a value perspective, this is the horse of the day in the 1 o'clock at Huntingdon, second subaltern, 100-1. That's massive odds. So it was 150s last night. You could have got most places. 800s most places now, 80s in places. There was a point last night on Sky Bet you could have got 200. 100-1. I would take the horse at 10-1 in that race. It's a 9-runner race, and what we're looking at with that horse is if you accept the fact that it didn't run so well first time on jumps. The report was it jumped slowly. Now, if it can get its jumping a little bit better and you look back at the form it's had in bumpers, that horse should be in the mix with the other horses. So it's massively overpriced. And you know, on this channel before, those who've been watching a while, I had a horse a bit like this at 250s that did end up placing. This one for me is in the same ilk. It's the first time since that one where I've got another one where I'm saying the same thing to you. So I'm not saying go and bet millions of pounds on this horse, but I'm saying I would take that horse at 10-1 and it's 100-1. There is so much value as far as I see value. So not everybody's going to have the same view of value. But second subaltern, it may well jump slowly and tail off and not do anything at all, but it's worth a go given the back form it's got. I think that horse is massively overpriced. So we've got that in the bet. We've then, because we've got some risky ones in there, I've put something in there that's like small and safe really. So I could have done this bet with 3 horses and done it as a Trixie, and then done a few bits of singles. And I thought I'd rather just do a lucky 15 and stick something in at a shorter price that's fairly solid. So we've got 130 then at Huntingdon, Felton, Bellevue. I think that's the best one in the race. So it's a first or second kind of a horse to me. So the idea being here, if any of these others place, we've got Felton Bellevue to go with it for a place double, at least. And then we've got 155 Chepstow, another big price. This was 80s, hundreds in places last night. It's more. There's less value in that clearly in terms of price, but less value in total. So if Outback, Frontiers, and Second Saltburn were the same price, I would say Second Saltburn's got more value. But I'm having to go with Outback Frontiers at 40-1. Sky Bet are paying 4 on that race. If you're not getting 4, it's a more risky bet, and you may want to look at trying to swap something in. But I'm going to give it a go. And then we've got the 2:12 Sedgefield. This is probably the best race today for value. It might not look like it on face value for some people. It's a 6 runner, massive odds on favourite, and it's worth having a look at what you can take against the favourite. And I think Cliffs of Dunen is the one for me. So 16-1, paying quarter of the odds. So we've got a 15 pence each way lucky 15, and a 25 pence each way single on those. So that's £5 you bet 1. Then everything else we've got is double figures too. So we're going to have a go at the Irish lottery today. So we've got some big prices running over in Cork. We've got the 255, only 2 places playing in that race. It's 6 runner Pearl of the West 20-1. Then we've got 355. So there's a couple of these. Sky Bet 6 places. Most bookies are 5. So have a look. 355, Likeable Chancer at 40-1. Then next two, they've been backed in quite a lot. The odds, so the 425, what you call, and most bookies are 4. It was 28s in places last night, only 14s, but there's still value in that price. And then the 455, 6 places in that one. Highland Penny, you could have got 25s on that last night, but I still think there's value in 16s. So 25p each way, lucky 15. So big double figure risky bet there in Ireland. And then the last bet is our bigger price one back over in the UK. So we've got 331 at Chepstow, Sky Bet 4 on this. Have a look around. Dorkingstown 11-1, 340 Huntingdon, 4 places on this. Jungle Pros 10-1, the 405 at Chepstow, 5 places on this on Sky Bet. Summit Like Herbie 14-1, and the 435 at Chepstow, 5 places on Sky Bet here. Kenyan Cowboy 22-1. That's a 25p each way lucky 15. That bet is basically 4 horses. If you ignore their last time out and look at their, or last 1 or 2 times out and look at their back form, they're better than what they've been. So this is 4 horses all together in the bet here, where I'm hoping they come back to form a little bit. So that is the last lucky 15. As I said, the chances are all these horses are going to get beaten out of sight if you look at the betting odds. So you need to be understanding what you're getting in for. I don't need any comments telling me none of these horses won. They probably won't. But it's part of what the strategy is. Cool. Just before I get to the golf, I just want to mark the 2 milestones this week. One good and one not so good. So first milestone is I've got 500 subscribers this week, which I'm absolutely over the moon with. So thank you to every single person who has subscribed to the videos. All you do is you press the subscribe button and you get a little red dot in the corner every time a video comes up. So it's no hardship, but I really appreciate people pressing that button and wanting to have my regular videos, because when I started this a couple of months ago, back on 10th of January, I really did not think I would be where I am now with the amount of subscribers and views. So I'm over the moon. This was a little bit of a project, and it's going better than I thought it was going to be, to be honest, in terms of viewership. So I am absolutely delighted and very grateful for everybody who spends any of their time watching me chunter on about horse racing and golf sometimes. And the other milestone, I've officially had my first troll. Hooray! So you do these things and you set yourself up for abuse, because clearly you're putting up tips with the way I do it. Most of them get beaten. And I leave comments on it, and it's open and transparent. But I draw the line at actually someone abusing my physical appearance, which is where it got to. So that isn't about you're not liking my horse tips. So I've actually had to ban my first troll, which I'm amazed that's taken that long, to be honest. I'm very, very grateful for the amount of people who don't dislike my videos or don't write rude comments. So 2 milestones, which is great. Well, not great. One is, one less so. And then just going to double check. Word on the golf. So In the match play, we had 2 winners yesterday. So Kevin Kisner and Alex Norrin won their matches, and Kevin Kisner quite convincingly. So that's a good start for them. Ian Poulter and Brian Harmon lost out on small losses. So they are going to need to win their last 2 games and comprehensively to get out of those groups. So mixed bag in the match play. And then over in the Qatar Masters, just checking now, Georges Campillo and Eddie Pepperell both on 2 under par through 7 holes. They are in the same playing together. So that's a decent start at the moment. That's tied 21st. So we'll see how they go. George Quetzi got round in 1 under. So I think realistically it's probably going to come about 50th after round 1. So it's not completely terrible. A little bit better than average, I would describe it as. So okay start in the golf. All right. That's what I've got for you. I will be back tomorrow where there is more Dundalk. Hooray! Everybody cries. More Dundalk, Callum. Give us more Dundalk. That's exactly what we want after last night. Okay, see you in the morning. Enjoy your day.